Good day, everyone. Welcome to another tutorial of God's Musician. Sorry for the late upload. I've been really busy last couple of weeks, so to compensate, I will go back to my twice a week uploads. So for today, I am going to teach you one of what I could say a throwback song of Hillsong. Let's admit it. Their musicality was a lot better before compared to before. So this is one of their throwback songs that some people of this generation might not heard of, but it is really a nice song to remind of that those were the days. And for those older people like me, you will enjoy this tutorial. Without further ado, let's start. The title of our song today is You Are My Strength by Hillsong United. Okay, let's start with our introduction. Well, for our introduction, you can be crafty with this one because if you hear the song, You Are My Strength, the chords, the introduction is pretty simple. So, it is just straight G. In reality, you could just play your arpeggios with G, because that is what actually the song is. And you could just do your ornaments like, but for our introduction, you could add just a simple tonic subdominant and dominant like this. G major, C major, C, E minor, and D major. Or you could just strum it like this. But like I said, the song actually played only G major. It at the end of the day, it really depends on how your church wants it, how you are placing this song. Are you going to place this after you play your joyful song, or this is going to be your introduction going to your first song? It is up to your discretion, or it is up to your song leader's discretion on what kind of introduction, because you can be crafty with it because it is so simple. Let's move on with our chorus. Okay. Going back to this, this might be a little bit fancy, but let's see. G major, G minor, and then C minor. The C minor to G major is a plagal cadence, so it will really sound mysterious in nature if you want that kind of introduction. You are my strength. If you want this plagal cadence going on, so you could just play the C minor. But if you want an authentic cadence, so you could just end up with a D major after the C minor. So like this, D7. And that's your authentic cadence. But Plagal sounds more fresh because of the mainstream media's inclination towards this 251 schematics. Okay, let's go to chorus. This is pretty easy. You are my strength. Strength like no other. So it's G and C. You are my strength. Strength like no other. And then let's move on. Strength like no other. Reaches to me. By the way, let's go back to that first sentence, okay? You are my strength. Strength like no other. Strength like no other. Reaches to me. And then this part is very similar. You are my hope. G major. Hope like no other. Hope like no other. Reaches to me. That's your verse. That's how easy it is. And then let's move on with the refrain. Okay, let's do it one by one because this is pretty easy. In the fullness of your grace, in the power of your name. Take note, we have to play the C major once we hear the word fullness. In the fullness of your grace. In the power of your name. So, the E minor will be placed in the word power. Okay? You lift me up, G major. You lift me up. So, G and D. So, let's go back with that one. In the fullness of your grace. In the power of your name. You lift me up, G major. You lift me up, D major. And that's your refrain. And then the song will just repeat. You lift me up, and then you are my strength. It will just repeat and repeat. So we will go on to spice things up. How would you make this simple song extended like Planetshakers did with the anthem before it had a verse. It was just a chorus before. Check out their album last 2007. That it is only just chorus. There is not yet verse for that. And then bridge. Mamaya balikan natin 'yan, part na 'yon na pwede nyong iba-ibahin. Pwede nyong chorus, refrain. So, pwede namang chorus lang and then paulit-ulit yung refrain. So, the song structure is really flexible because the song is really short in nature. So, bridge. This is a bit complicated, so let's do it one by one. Let's play it slowly. Your love, oh Lord, reaches to the heavens. Okay? Let's play that. Your love, oh Lord, reaches to the heavens. It's pretty the same here. Your faithfulness reaches to the skies. Let's go back to that one. Your C major, oh Lord, reaches to C major. C. By the way, you will just play the D when you hear the word heavens. Reaches to the heavens. Well, don't be excited to play the D major too soon. Like reaches to the heavens. No, it doesn't sound good. You will just play the D major once you hear the word heavens. Reaches to the heavens. That's it. And your faithfulness, G, reaches to the skies. Like I said, the D major will just play when you hear the word skies. When you hear the final word. That's about it. That's about the basic things about the song. Okay, let's move on to how would you spice things up? This is our new portion today. This is not just you play the basics of the song. I am also picturing out that some of you will also play it in the church. How would you make things better? Like I said in the beginning of our video, so you could play your arpeggios in the beginning and then you could do some exaltations and because the song really designed to be like that. It's meant to warm things up in the church, so it is really a good start up for your worship service because the bridge is very alive. It's very transitioning like to your joyful songs, especially if you will end up in the bridge like your faithfulness reaches to the skies. And then you end up to this. Oh, praise the Lord. Like that. And then it is up to you if and then you could just put your joyful songs. But if you end up in a chorus like the original song is, you are my strength, strength like no other. That is why it is also a good ender because you could end up with a joyful feel. You could really end up with a solemn feel. That is how flexible the song is. And as of the alternative, so let's go back um, in the refrain. Here, let's move on with the chorus. You are my hope. Hope like no. You could play C minor. Hope like B over G. There. Reaches to me. So instead of B minor, you could just play B over G. That is some of the alternatives that what I could see based on the song is. And I think thank you for listening to this video. So I hope I have taught you well. I taught the song well with the transitions, with some of the chord alternatives that follows. thank you for listening to this tutorial. I'm looking forward for our next tutorial on the following week. Thank you and God bless.